Hello everyone, this is Kona, and thank you for tuning in to another video. Now for my New Year's resolution a while back, I said I'd play more Dota, so here I am playing some Dota. And the reason why this is kind of a big deal for me at least, is because I actually started playing online against real players. For the longest time, I've been playing against bots because that's what I felt comfortable with. And I felt like if I screwed up, it wouldn't be too bad because it's kind of like single player, it's all on me. But for a game like Dota, which is a MOBA, I don't feel too comfortable playing with it because there's so many different skills. It's so different from a first-person shooter. You know, if I were to pick up a new first-person shooter, which I'm, for example, Titanfall, which I'm really excited for, I can jump into a first-person shooter, and because I have years of experience just playing general FPS games, I feel very comfortable. I can just jump into multiplayer immediately without really having to worry about my performance too much. But with MOBAs, these skill-based games where it's like you have to cast skills and there's cooldowns, there's abilities, there's items, there's all this kind of stuff. It's very complicated, and I needed a lot of practice offline in order to actually go online for my first game. I would like to thank Deg for inviting me and his bunch of friends for inviting me to my very first online game. And when I joined, I warned them like, hey guys, this is my first online game against real players, just a warning. I picked Windrunner, so this is me right here chasing down this guy. Get the last hit! Yes! That's what I want, last hit. Yeah, playing online was a lot of fun, but at the same time, it was so stressful. And it's because I knew I was playing with other people, real people. And it's kind of a small team. You know when you play TF2 and you have like a 12v12, right? You can sort of fool around and it won't affect the team too much because you're only 1/12 of the team. But in a MOBA or any small player-based game, let's say even Call of Duty where it's 6v6, because there's less people on the team, you have to contribute more to this team's success. So with this, I was 1 out of 5 people, and I felt that there was more weight on my shoulders to perform well. It was very nerve-wracking, and I was very nervous pretty much the entire time. Since we queued up as 5, I believe we played against another group of 5 people, so it was a pre-made group of 5 people. I think that's a little more it's to make it a little more fair, so that you don't have like 5 people who are friends versus 5 randoms who won't work together. So that's why I think this game was very difficult for me. I died. Now this game was pretty interesting because our team comp was a little bit off, but we were still doing pretty good in the beginning. I think we were missing some sort of high DPS, some sort of burst damage. I do have Power Shot, which I just used right there to finish them off. But we had a really hard time against the Tiny on the... Oh, here comes Tiny! Here comes Tiny, not so tiny. And we were getting wrecked by him because he has so much health, and we didn't have anyone that could really do high DPS. So you see here, I'm trying to finish him off with my ulti. And I get hit by a move that I don't even understand because I don't play Pugna. I think it was Pugna that made it so that I couldn't target anyone, and I freaking died. Oh. So there's a lot of stuff to learn. I still have to learn about this game. It's one of the things where, you know, the more you play, I guess the more you'll start to understand what's possible in the game. But for like first-person shooters, right, when you get shot, it sort of makes sense. You know what killed you. But in this game, because there's so many heroes, so many abilities, so many combinations of abilities, and so many items, it seems like I get hit sometimes by things that I don't understand, and I'm just like, what do I do? Can someone explain this to me? And I guess for beginners who don't have, who don't watch competitive or something like that, it might be a little difficult to figure those things out because it takes a while. It's almost like you have to play all these different heroes just to see what they're capable of, so that when you get hit by something by them, and if you go up in a matchup against them, then it sort of makes sense. You know what you got hit by. Now, with any team-based game, communication is very important. It was very important for this match because, you know, it's 5v5. And I kind of relate Dota 2 to TF2 6s. Not really pubs, but 6s. And it's because Dota seems to have this sort of knowing when to go in or when to retreat type of, you know, trying to understand the flow of a match. And it feels like 6s has that same sort of flow where you need to know when to go in and push points. You need to know when to pull back and defend. You need to know who to focus, like Tiny, who freaking won't die. And you need to be able to communicate with your teammates on what to actually do. Otherwise, it's really hard to coordinate anything. Everyone does their own thing, and it's just really hard to get anything done. All that work just to pop the Aegis, and he comes back to life. Damn it! By the way, because Tiny is so damn big, we just got rolled. In this video, I'm showing all of our highlights because I'm trying to make us look good, but Tiny was just too damn big. He just got too big. He hit too hard. Bash everything. Ugh. But yeah, understanding the flow of the matches I feel very important, and kind of moving as a team. In this match here, this is a new match. We lost the other one. This one I was playing as Legion Commander, which I actually like that hero because you can heal yourself. It's so awesome. You can heal other people too, so it's pretty fun. It's one of the few melee classes that I actually like playing. But yeah, understanding the flow of the match. Luckily, I had teammates there who were calling that stuff out, and I didn't really have to think about that kind of stuff because I was the new guy, and so they were really calling out the main plans for our team, like when to go in, when to pull back. So it was nice to really have them to kind of guide me on my very first game online against real people. So this is the start to my online adventures for Dota 2. I'm gonna try solo queuing, but I have a feeling that it's gonna be very rage-inducing sometimes for me and perhaps other people too, because it's a bunch of randoms, and you know, you get mad at randoms sometimes when they do something kind of stupid. I'm hoping that I don't feed too much when I go online. I'll try to play safe and make sure I don't die too much. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching, and have a nice day. Winner!